Hey everybody, this is Mr. Capcom for Android Pop, and this is my review and I guess overlook of the Sony Xperia Ion. Now, I've never had a Sony phone before, so when I got a chance to get to review this phone, it was pretty much to see the build quality and to see the software of the Sony line and to see how well they stack up. I really like, so far I can just say I really like the build quality. I love the screen, which I'll show you in a minute. You can see it does have the captative buttons on the front. Kind of a weird headphone jack going on at the top. We got the power on the side, volume, and a dedicated camera button, which is pretty cool. Not needed in most newer phones, but it is kind of nice. And we actually see we have a HDMI and micro SD slot here, which is pretty cool. It does have like these kind of recessed buttons and covers, keep everything nice and dust free. I do like the fact that, I don't know if you can see it, the texture is kind of a brushed aluminum, nice and metal on the side, kind of a rubbery feel at the top, and everything is glass on the front. This is actually AT&T, so it does have access to the AT&T's 4G LTE. Didn't have any problems with data, and voice quality was pretty good. But what really makes this phone really stand out is the screen. I love the way the screen looks. I love how crisp everything looks. I did notice that there's these little lights underneath each captative button that goes on and off when the phone powers the screen on and off. And one negative thing is that this does run ICS. It has not gotten its Jelly Bean update yet, but it is in the works. So at least we can wait for that to come. But you know, it's a nice little phone. I wouldn't necessarily, like I said, I just reviewed this phone because I wanted to see how the Sony line stacked up. I would not buy this phone because there's so many other phones out there that's better, especially since the HTC One and the S4 just dropped as far as examples. But it's a nice phone to see how Sony works if you can get your hands on one just to test it out like I did. We can see it. Sony's Xperia phones usually run off of kind of a modified AOSP, and it's pretty quick. It's fast. I believe has 1 gig of RAM in it. It comes with 32 gigs, or excuse me, 16 gigs on board. The processor, I know it has a 12 megapixel camera, and the processor is a dual core 1.5 Adreno 220. So I mean, at least it's a dual core. It runs pretty quick. Like I said, I do like it. It just, to me, it just looks like regular ICS with a couple things themed here and there. And of course you have all the Sony apps and whatnot, the widgets and everything else. And like I said, unfortunately this little guy still runs on Android 4.1. I don't know why it's not taken to the settings like I wanted to. But we can go to About Phone. Right there, 4.04. I mean, almost every phone has at least 4.1, 4.2, or 4.22 on it. Jelly Bean, and this is still running Ice Cream Sandwich. So I mean, you know, I take from that is the fact that it doesn't get updates pretty quick. As far as like this should definitely have ICS on it. I mean, Jelly Bean on it already. But other than that, like, it's really nice. I do like the phone. Sony seems to make a pretty good product. Yeah, I don't know what I just did there with the whole. Yeah, that's how you can kind of switch to different widgets and whatnot. But it's nice. Like I said, it's fast. It's a pretty cool phone. I definitely would look at this to say, okay, well, the Xperia Z, which is the new phone that's supposed to be coming out, and is, you know, ran off the Bravia engine as far as the display should be beautiful. If this is good and it's an old phone and it's still running ICS, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Xperia Z. So I would definitely say that the Xperia Z is a phone I definitely want to look at based off of how good the build quality is on this, which I do like, and everything else. So, you know, if you see it in the store or something, you know, take a look at it. It's really worth a try, and I do like what Sony is doing. It's not too much skinned on here. I kind of found it weird that it had Astro loaded on it, which is pretty funny. Not like a proprietary file manager, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the camera. Camera takes pretty good pictures. It's 13 megapixel camera, 13 or 12 megapixel, but it takes pretty good photos. And if the Xperia Z is anything like this and better, like I said, I definitely will look forward to it. So that's about it. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.